What's up,
We're
guys?
back. We're officially back. I know we have been missing. There's a couple of shows have been up, but welcome back. The What's the Subbuteo show. Martin Bradley.
What's great?
All right, mate.
I need like a cushion or something for my chair.
We've been off for nearly 2 months and you haven't managed to get a fucking cushion for that chair.
Look how low it looks.
This is the same shape every fucking. No one wants to see the back of your head. Turning around in circles. Your big baldy patch when you bend over.
There's no baldy patch. I
I
have quite the head of hair. I have quite the head of hair.
Not the bit that you can't see is going a wee bit bald. I'm telling you.
I'm going to wee bit bald.
Right.
That's a pardon.
Sweet. How have you been anyway? Did you enjoy your time off? I give you a wee bit of time off over Christmas and New Year and kind of rejuvenate you.
The amount of things I got done in the house, the shed's looking great.
Yeah, it's looking well. I thought we'd give all these new guys a chance, you know what I mean? The Trailblazers and the game of the day. I thought I'd give them a bit of airtime and let people watch what else is out there instead of watching us. So
I'll tell you this. I'm sitting in work today, and the boss man was telling him about the Subbuteo. He didn't know what it was. So I went on YouTube, show him what it was, typed in Subbuteo, scroll down to find you, kept fucking scrolling, Stuart Grant, Trailblazers, kept scrolling, got fed up scrolling, and eventually, appeared very bottom of it.
That's bad, isn't it?
If that was a Google search, you'd be fucking 10 pages deep.
That's because we've been away for so long. We'll get back up.
You're back to dark web. You're like dark web now.
Well, it's good to be back. Never mind. There's that baldy head again. Jesus Christ.
Excellent. What baldy head? There's no baldy head. I've seen that head from every angle going.
Obviously, now that we're back, we're going to be promoting the Barry IO in June, which everybody has been signing up to, which is great.
Fantastic.
We have this weekend, we have Donegal, and next weekend we have Glasgow.
It's all go.
So let's go and see what Barry Sez has to say, because Barry has a lot to say. And Barry Sez.
Lots of tips.
Folks, I'm just doing another session of rules according to the Festive Handbook. First of all, I'd just like to say good luck to the guys going over to Glasgow this weekend. Derry have a team going over, captained by Captain Fantastic Lawrence, and then IPL also have a team, I think, going over. So good luck to you guys. I'm sure you'll do us all proud. So and most of all, have a good time. Enjoy it. The rule I'm going to cover this time is one that is in the Festive Handbook, and it's called obstruction. And you know something, this happens every single game, and it's not on purpose a lot of the time, but it's done mostly because you're so anxious about blocking or flicking quickly and so on. I mean, we played the tournament in Donegal over the weekend, and my goodness, I remember I did it in a game a couple of times with Martin Oak, not on purpose, and I did it with Gary as well. So and most of the times the attacker will just sit back and go, look, fire away, go ahead. But if you're in some competitions, it'll be a wee bit different. This is where, say, this is the attacker here, this is the defender. So if you're trying to attack quickly and your defender's coming and the defender wants to do a block, but he's actually sort of getting in the way of your finger, if you trying to flick quickly. So in that case, if the defender is physically getting in the way of your flick, it's a free kick to where the ball is. The proper terminology, according to the Festive Handbook, is a player may not obstruct his opponent physically on or off the playing area in order to prevent a flick from being taken. And that goes both ways. So if the attacker obstructs the defender and it doesn't allow him to take his blocking flick by having his hand on the pitch or something like that, then the referee can make the decision to award a free kick to the defending team. But on the vast majority of occasions, it's when the defender wants to get a blocking flick in really, really quickly. And what happens is they touch fingers or touch hands. So in that occasion, a lot of the times the player sorts it out for themselves, but the proper result of that is a free kick where the ball is currently. So just watch out for that one. Like I said, most of your players will probably just fire away. You can obviously just play on and not worry about it, especially if you're an attacker and you want to move play really quickly. But yeah, that's one to look out for. All right, folks. Cheers.
All right, Spence. Thank you very much. Good to have you back as always, buddy. Hope you had a good Christmas and New Year. So there's nothing else to really talk about, apart from Stuart Grant stealing all our ideas. Did you see their new? We go away and they steal.
I'll tell you, nature abhors a fucking vacuum, man. And as soon as you're off the airways, they're fucking all in. I have an idea for a show. It's excellent. I have a brand new idea. Let's ask boys what's in their Subbuteo box. What do we call it?
Goal of the week. Here, I didn't know this until I watched Trailblazers that goal of the week one day contained a solo play.
Not goal of the week.
Goal of the month.
Goal of the month.
Goal of the month. Sorry.
I know. I did see that the sexiest man in Subbuteo. He weren't very impressed, was he?
No,
he didn't think that was sexy at all.
He went to fucking town. So he did. He went to town and Subbuteo playing it in a pub. It's a disgrace playing it in a pub. Excuse me, mate, my ball, and excuse me, mate, my player. Brian Dewey, what's going on? Going on?
Brian, Daly says it like it is.
Jesus.
He has his own views.
Do you know who he's like? He's becoming like Nolan.
Oh. He's too slim. He's too slim now. He's too
slim for Nolan, but Nolan.
Too slim for Nolan.
Not afraid of what he said, what he wants to say, so.
I back him 100%. Solo goal. Fuck off. Goal of the week. Goal of the month. That's ridiculous. He doesn't like it. He doesn't like them painters and collectors.
Painters and collectors and solo players. I agree with a solo player.
Imagine not liking solo players and painters and collectors and all that and giving off about them on the TV.
We're still waiting on a solo player coming on the show. Maybe
they're nocturnal. They're nocturnal. They only come out in the dark.
They only come out in lockdown. Maybe in our lockdown they'll show up. Right, enough shite. Let's go and see what's happening over in fantasy football. Welcome back.
I haven't seen my team since it started.
You probably still You probably still have Ronaldo, and he's playing in fucking Algeria somewhere.
Is it? What?
Somewhere. Right. Start at the bottom. What's his Subbuteo book? Here, Oisin's bottom. back in his rightful place. Bottom of the table. 804 points. Martin O'Bradley. Change your name, please. We need a name for this team. 858 points, so you're 54 points ahead of him.
What's my name? What do you mean change my name?
It's been taken off. Your name's been wiped out off the system because it's...
I can't get into that. Inappropriate.
I'm above you, 975, and Barry Sez is 1 point ahead of me. We're the bottom four. We are the bottom four.
Well, my theory, the oldest good there for going to Glasgow next week. Shade of fancy football. Good at Subbuteo.
Right, well,
who's
John Henson's in 10th. He's making his way back. He's making a fight of it. He's 1,223 points. Brendan Nicely is in 5th. He's 1,256 points. So, in 4th, Paul Pearson, 1,265 points. And Jason Christopher wrote in a post that he's going to give Frankie a team. and he'll sort it out with Paul Pearson. So
Frankie deserves a team with all that fucking roller coaster of emotions, thinking he got it, and then Toyley did, and then Toyley did. Then
Dave Elton's in third, 1,272.
Dave Elton,
Thomas Regan, badly drawn Blues, 1,284. Frankie, St. Maxima, 1,289 points, 5 points clear at the top. Frankie's flying. But your theory?
he's very good at fantasy football, but if he's number one and I'm number second from the bottom, I spanked Frankie last weekend. But we'll not talk about that.
Where'd you spank Frankie? The last competition, Derry?
That's why I think my theory goes well.
You're going to have a lot of
Where's Elliot?
results.
Where's Elliot Belfontaine?
I don't have it. It's on my phone. I wrote them down. But don't mess with the system.
The theory, I just want to. It's all right.
Right. Let's see what the man at the bottom of the table has to say about fantasy football. Because here he is, but who's hot and who's not?
Sex bomb, you're my sex bomb. You can give it to me when I need to come along.
Well, a charge fáilte roh ag mar ré agus té na seachtain. Well, folks, you're very welcome to my Who's Hot and Who's Not for this week. Who's hot? Well, the Irish Subbuteo teams are hot. There's a programme going to be airing on the BBC called Flick Seer, which is a look back at our preparations for the World Cup in Rome. And that will be available on a BBC iPlayer. Now, back to the English Premier League, and who's hot? Well, an Irishman called Evan Ferguson. He's hot at the moment, and he definitely will be one to look forward to for the future. A Robbie Keane in the making, maybe. My who's not is Calvin Lewin of Everton, who are definitely not hot at the moment. Possible relegation candidates, unfortunately. My granddad's old team. Wouldn't be good to see them go down, but it could be looking that way. So Sinead Harja, done chatting Shaw. That's it, folks, for this week. I'll see you next week. Slán agus ban.
Oisin Mór, and obviously Oisin's TV show is going to be on. It's been on.
It's been on.
It's been on.
iPlayer.
Eh?
Catch up on iPlayer.
Catch up in the iPlayer. There you go. If you don't know how to find it, type in what it's called. Something in Irish. Flickster.
Flick, sure. I don't know how to say it. SIOR. Flickster.
Sir.
Flickster.
Flickster. Oi, sir. Keep your flicking back.
You know how you say
You keep your flicking up the country there, back.
You know how you say bacon in Irish?
Bacon.
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 Bacon. Bacon. And you know how you say chicken?
Chicken.
Chicken. You have to put the accent on. You have to do the accent.
Right. Top and salt in the Irish. The IPL.
Excuse me. I am Martin Oak. Martinine, Brotherhood.
We will see the Irish in Glasgow. And speaking of Glasgow, would you like to introduce our guest?
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, man needs no introduction. He's the Glasgow himself, the one and only, Mr. Tom Burns.
Welcome, Tom.
Okay, no see.
Yes, Tom Burns. Welcome back.
Nice to be back, guys.
Tom, it's been a while since we had you on.
Aye, is that, aye. I just checked back, it was 2020, I think.
Jesus,
Saturday 20?
Aye.
Lockdown.
To be fair, it was December, so it's only really a couple of years.
Yeah.
Why we had you on for Christmas, didn't we? And then
Did
I think we had you on a couple of years before that.
I can't remember. I'll tell you what.
How's life treating you? You still taxiing?
No,
Retired?
pandemic killed that.
Oh,
You
fuck.
see the badge? No.
Oh, you tell me that? You're security man?
No.
No. What?
No, people want to fight you when you're in security. No, I work in Europe, car. Just delivering cars.
That's good.
Aye.
Happy days.
Here, there, and everywhere.
You'll get
Oh,
free
yeah,
flowers in Glasgow next week when we're over.
Is it? What was that, Lawrence?
Get free flowers in Glasgow next week when we're over.
3 flowers?
Free flowers.
Yeah, all about flyers.
I thought you said you're
Europe,
delivering
yeah.
flowers.
No, cars.
Oh, you're delivering.
I'll get you a bunch. I'll get you a bunch that make you happy.
It'll make him feel better anyway, Tom.
Alright,
Man,
Tom.
I'd have
Sorry,
petrol, I'd have petrol station or something. Fucking flyers.
Tom, do you want to get the Aberdeen chat out of the way first, or what's the crack?
Oh God, if we must.
What's going on?
I wish I knew.
It's
I really wish I knew.
I never seen a team decline so bad in a couple of months.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, there's just nothing going right. I mean, a man sent off last night in 7 minutes. I thought it was an Aberdeen free kick. And they sent a player off. You know, it's just when you're down at the bottom, nothing much goes for you.
Aye.
So they're having a bit of a struggle at the moment. Hopefully they'll get it sorted.
I feel sorry for you and Simon having to watch that every week.
No, I don't watch it every week.
He does.
It's a hard watch at the moment.
Between that and the cup match, getting knocked out of the cup, was pretty embarrassing.
No, that was bad. That just should not happen.
I don't think Goodwin should have stayed after that. That should have been the end of Goodwin.
You know, to get knocked out by a junior team, I mean, that is just a step too far.
A junior team? Who was the junior team?
Darvel.
It'd be worse than Derry City.
They're just an Ayrshire junior team.
Brutal.
Again, you know, it's
brutal.
Dire. Absolutely dire.
And the last time you were on the road was down in Redhill, was it? With Martin Oak?
I think it was. Last November. Yeah.
November.
Yeah.
How'd you get on?
We done all right. We finished, I think, 6th in Division 1.
Oh, that's not bad. I forgot it was a league. That's right.
Yeah, I was quite happy with that. So,
it's a good system, isn't it?
Sorry, Worms?
It's a good system to have.
It is, yeah. I mean, we've been crying out for it for years.
Yeah.
So, for a team event. So it was good. We only got promoted last year, and the big worry was getting relegated again.
Right.
So we finished 6th. So I was happy with that.
It was a bit of a shame that the London club was in Division 2. They just wiped the floor with everyone, didn't they?
Yeah.
Ringers.
Yeah. That's because they didn't play last year. Nobody was getting put straight into Division 1.
Yeah.
They had to start in Division 2. Last year they all played for Wobbly Hobby. So that threw the cat amongst the pigeons a wee bit and upset the apple cart. So, I mean, it was really pretty unfair, but how else do you work it? So,
no, that's it. You have to put them somewhere. They have to start somewhere.
Just one of those things, you know. So
it's quite a good idea because it means they definitely have to go back next year.
Well, they're promoted to Div 1 next year, so.
That's right.
But the problem is there's too many guys down there that play for different district clubs and then come back and play for the local clubs, and quite a few of them are moving about, so you don't really know who's playing for who because there was quite a few changes.
Right.
But,
what about what sort of team did you have? Who was in your squad?
Well, we had a couple of late call-offs, so we actually had to rope in Gareth and Marco, which were Edinburgh. So it wasn't ideal, but it was either that or we pull out altogether. So.
No.
So, and they hadn't played previously as a club, so it was better that than the other way. But ideally, I would have preferred it to be all Glasgow.
Right.
I suppose most clubs would, but it was just.
Who was your fourth man?
Malcolm.
Oh, Malcolm.
You still top dog in Glasgow, are you?
I won't be this year. No, I lost 3 games in the league this year.
Have you?
Yeah. I think that's more games than I've lost in the last 2 or 3 seasons. So, I lost the league last year by a point, but I won the 2 cups. So Dave Butler's back playing again. So when he's playing, he's half man to beat. So he's playing the IO. So that should give us a reasonably decent 18.
Okay.
You know,
many teams you putting in your IO? 2?
Well, we've got 3 in.
Oh, 3?
3?
A push we could put in 4.
Jeez.
But we'll
Strength station. Where are you getting all these boys out of?
We've had 4 new starts this year, plus a couple of Ronnie's boys have come along. So that's gave us a good boost this year. And we've got a couple of returning players as well, although they haven't actually played many league games, so they'll probably get pulled back out of the league, but hopefully they'll be back next season.
Happy days. How many teams is registered on the Sunday then?
We've got 10.
10?
We've got 10
Fucking
teams.
lethal, Tom.
So, not too bad. For an IO, it's alright. Not too bad. I mean, 3 of them are ours, obviously, but we did have inquiries from abroad, but we couldn't get a team together, and one of them wouldn't travel because it was an IO rather than a GP. So you never really expect a lot for an IO. But if we have a GP, we need to go to a bigger venue, so it costs a lot more money. We need to move all the boards. It's just a lot more work in general. So, but even the IOs, I mean, that's last year and this year we've been kicking on near 50. So it's going to be cosy. You're going to need an extra jumper, Lawrence.
Are you in the British Legion for it?
Yeah, we are. Aye.
Must be big enough, but
I think last year we had 10 tables up. We're going to try and get 12, but it's going to be tight. But ideally, if we can get off to a flyer as early as we can in the morning, we'll not be too late finishing. So,
what time you plan to start on the Saturday?
Well, it's 9:30 before we get in, so we're hoping to get started by 10.
That's good.
So,
my flight gets in at 9, so I'll be straight down to you.
That's cutting it neat.
I know.
That's not fucking neat.
Yeah, you wouldn't want to be too organised now, would you?
Well, it's the only flight we can get the Saturday.
Ah, right.
The Friday night's like mega money. It was like £200 to fly over on a Friday night.
Ridiculous.
So,
well, it should take you 15 minutes from the airport. If you get off sharpish, it shouldn't take you too long. As long as your flight's not delayed, then you should be all right.
Oh no, it's just, no luggage or nothing. It'll just be a grip bag and just straight down to the venue. So I was checking out all what's around the place and stuff for things to do. And
where are you staying on the Saturday, Lawrence?
We're staying in the Travel Lodge in Bray Head.
All right, okay.
But then just checking around the place, like there's plenty of food places and stuff beside that British Legion, isn't there? So Tesco's,
Fires Road. Oh, do you see Tesco's?
Aye.
What do you want to go there for?
Just like,
Just
thinking of a need anything.
Well, we've got catering on both days.
Oh, happy days.
So it's a £5 a head. That gets you tea and coffee, rolls and sausage, rolls and bacon, pies, beans, chips. You can have as much as you like or whatever you want for a £5.
Don't need to go to near Tesco's.
So, but no, at night, probably anywhere near Byers Road is probably your best bet if you're going out for a few beers. Or unless you want to stay. If you're staying near the hotel, there's a Escape, I think it's called Soar now. There's got a lot of chain restaurants in it, and there's a Wetherspoons and a couple of other pubs and cinema and stuff like that. So,
but is Glasgow not famous for having the Saturday night? Is there not something that normally the tribute band or something there?
Oh, that was the Normandy Hotel when we did
the hotel.
Normandy. So you just need to come back if we go back there.
Definitely. I was looking forward to that. I thought this was happening.
You're going to have to get dressed up instead, Tom, and entertain the troops.
No, not
There's
at all.
no do on. You have to get the legs out.
We're out yesterday, that's enough.
I think most of the Irish fellas are all staying in the same hotel, so we'll be entertaining ourselves on the Saturday night.
Fair enough.
You must be able to sit on and drink in the Legion, no? I don't know. They should. Are you not able to sit on and have a drink in the Legion?
Oh no, they'll be open till 12, or maybe even 1 actually. Because I know I think they've got an Elvis tribute on down the stairs on this Saturday night, but tickets are all sold.
So
the upstairs bar will be open during the day, so you're not going thirsty.
That was my next question, Tom. I didn't want to jump in too soon with the bar questions.
No. The upstairs bar will be open from 11 o'clock, I think.
Well, we were the last show we done before Christmas. We had Alberto DiMaggio on, and he was telling us you're not allowed to. You shouldn't drink when you're playing Subbuteo. You should have a clear head and focus on the game. And
They've got a slightly different outlook than we have.
me and Martin totally agreed with him.
Yeah, I think John Halpin played Alberto at the Europa League in Mallorca last year. Well, I said he was a phenomenal player. He got scared.
We had highlights of him from last week or beyond this week, but he looked phenomenal. He looked so quick.
Yeah, good player, very good player.
And he's
good crack as well. So
he was a nice guy as well, actually.
Really nice guy, really easy going.
Yeah.
But he was telling us he gets paid. Bologna Tigers pay him to go to all the competitions.
Bloody hell.
Pay for his travel, because we said it must be expensive, getting yourself about. And he says when you're playing for Bologna, they'll pay for you, but you have to it's proper being coached at a football team,
Yeah.
There's no showing
up.
Not
a jolly.
It's
not a jolly.
It's just hard to understand how you get to that level. What did they do different? And when you watch them, you think, oh, I can do that and I can do that. Then when you play them, you don't get a chance. So what is it that makes a difference? In the life of me, I cannot think of the answer.
I think they're just confident, and they're so confident in their own game that they just go for it.
They probably play a lot more than us. They play higher level games than we do. So you just naturally, unless you're absolutely rubbish, you will get to the level you're playing at if you don't like getting beat. It might take a bit of time, but you'll get there. But you can only ever really be as good or marginally better than the guys you play. But when you come up against other people, how do you find the jump? It's not easy.
I noticed at the World Cup. I wasn't even being able to move. I couldn't defend. The guy was just bang, 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 goal, and I was like, where did the ball go? It's that quick, and it's just like you say, it's like their natural reaction. They don't have to think about it. It's like riding a bike for them.
That just comes through constantly playing high level games. It's hard to get. It's a huge jump from where we are. So
they're so good at the basics.
Yeah.
See that the
although we are nowhere near as
good,
good,
so good at that.
If you can cut out the silly mistakes that we all know that we can get games where we don't do it. If you can stop doing it in every game, then it does make life much harder for the opponent. But maybe one day, maybe just come back to it too late.
Here, who's the biggest player that you have coming over to Glasgow?
Apart from Lawrence.
Apart from Lawrence, Chris Thomas, I think.
Chris Thomas.
Yeah.
Well,
it's maybe a toss-up between him and Chris Short, I think.
What about Chris Short signing for Wolves?
Yeah. That's a big signing for them. A really good signing. Yeah. So they may well have won this anyway, but I think that probably just about catapults them to favourite. So, it's surprising, you never know.
Who's Alan Lee?
They play very well.
Sorry, what was that? Not
I'm saying that they play well as a team, the Wolves boys.
They do.
Regardless.
Wobbly are in there as well, who'll be half decent. Our A team's not too bad. Dundee, again, Glasgow will probably be the weakest, along with our B and C. So, and then Wobbly B as well. So the team event could be interesting, but I think I would have Wolves as probably favourite.
What do you call the guy who plays with Dundee, the guy that normally wins their competitions?
Dave Bennett.
Bennett, is he coming?
He is.
So him, Marco.
Dundee got a team.
Christie.
Dundee have got a team, yeah.
Marco and Mark and Gareth, are they playing?
No, they're playing for Glasgow from Edinburgh.
Did they leave Dundee?
Yeah.
All right.
So
we know that.
The two of them, and then I think they've got a couple of novices. So they're not really going to win any matches. best they'll probably be able to do is a draw. You know, if the two of them win. But I think it's two novices they've got playing.
Okay.
They'll be a wee bit behind. Our C team, our A and B teams should be pretty decent. Because we don't even know who'll be in the A team yet, actually, because it's kind of touch and go as to who'll be in and who won't.
Aye. It's that good.
So they well, not that good, just not that there's not that much between us.
Yeah.
Who have you got for the A team? Who are you thinking?
Well, there's myself, Malcolm, Dave Butler, and we've also got Dave Gladden, who's been playing very well, Willie, Barry, that's probably the sort of toss-up.
Barry Core.
Yeah.
Is he back in action?
Well, he's back. Barry doesn't play in the league, he just comes along and messes about and gets a wee bit of practice, but he doesn't like playing in the league. He always plays the competitions.
He's good.
He is good. He's very good. He's as good as anybody in the club, but we can't get him to play. He frustrates the life out of me. The bad thing is he knows it.
That's it.
Probably
He's one of these players who just knows he's good enough. He doesn't have to play all the time.
Yeah, that's a shame because he's got every tool in the box, and he just there's no interest in playing in the league.
What do you call your man we met in Rome? Is it Micheletti, Italian, Glasgow boy?
Oriano Micheletti.
Good for you.
No, he's not signed to any Scottish club, I don't think.
Oh, is it? I thought he was looking there.
I think his wife's Scottish and he splits his time between here and there. So he joined the Scottish Association, which was why he represented Scotland. But I think he might have been signed to Dundee, but I'm not too sure. I'm not 100% sure on that.
You need to get in there.
Yeah, again, two you spoke at the same time there.
Go ahead, Martin.
I was just saying he's a nice guy, that boy.
Yes, aye, he's pretty decent.
You could have an Italian in the Glasgow squad.
Aye, the Scottish Rudy Peter Shinnie.
It'd be like a Father Ted, maybe the football Father Ted.
Aye.
The other team,
the Italian.
There's a Mongol with another of his one. Plays for England. Kid's on his Italian. He's got a German name.
Is Rudy coming to Glasgow?
Rudy is coming, yeah.
Rudy's
He's playing for Wobbly.
Yeah, he is, yeah.
What sort of format are you doing on the Sunday then? Are you just doing groups?
We're thinking on doing 2 groups of 5. So everybody will get a minimum 4 games. If we had 11 teams, it would have been 2 4s and a 3. We're having the 10, we would have the option to go 2 3s and a 4. But then 4s are only getting 2 games. This way, everybody will get a minimum 4 games. And then it'll just be semis and final. So just
an open draw.
Semis and final. Sorry, Mark.
Just an open draw for it?
No, there'll be 2 seeded teams. At this moment in time, I'm not sure who they are because the Fistiff website was down last night. We checked the seedings on a couple of days ago, which was still January's seedings. And then they should be updated again come February, so that all January's tournaments are included. But the website was only letting you check top 40 players last night, and then it was just disappearing. So
website's been up a left.
Yeah, we'll check it again in a day or two's time and get the seeding sorted. But I think the seeded teams will be Wolves and Wobbly A. I think they'll be the 2 seeded teams. And then it'll just be potluck for the rest of us. So.
Just hope we avoid one of them. Well, hope we avoid Wolves.
You will avoid one of them.
Yeah.
So you're going to get the other ones.
Want to avoid Wolves?
Well, ideally, I mean, what you're going to get is yourselves and IPL are going to be in a different group because it's 2 Irish teams.
Yes.
And then, obviously, Wobbly B will have to go into Wolves group because you can't have the 2 Wobblies in the one group. But there will be 2 Glasgow teams in the one group because we've got 3 teams in.
3.
Right.
So we'll have to play first because you can't leave it to the end. Because then you can get accused of somebody lying down so somebody goes through or whatever. So we'll have to play first. But it'll just
we had a few of the boys in our club getting excited that they could play IPL, so that puts the end to all that chat.
Well, unless you both get out of your group, you have to get out of your group. Once you get out of the group, that's it.
Yeah, well, you'd have to make the semis.
Yeah, that's easy enough done, Martin. Look. So
I think that might be a tough ask.
Three international players in our squad, Tom.
Well, technically so have we, but I wouldn't rely on it.
Cheeky bastard.
Not the way I'm playing anyway. Suffering from lack of practice.
You be grand, Tom. You've got it. You're a natural. So you are.
Nah. If only.
Are you still meeting up every week or every fortnight, Tom?
Every week.
Every week.
Yeah, every week.
How many games are you playing?
One or two.
One or two.
Just getting a few heads showing up.
Yeah, the other night it was only one. I'll tell you now who I played then.
Just two you showed up?
I forgot already, it was only 3 days ago. Oh no, I do, I remember now. It was Chad, I won 3-0.
Who'd you beat?
One of our new boys, Chad.
All right.
I won 3-0, but he's doing very well. Doing really well. So with four new starts, 2 of them are a bit ahead of the other 2, but they have all progressed in the last 3 or 4 months. And I think by this time next year, 2 of them will be seriously troubling quite a lot of people. So
they'll go on.
Done really well.
Like you say, I'm saying, like you say earlier on, they're playing you boys, so they're already playing a high standard. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but
so the curve will be steep enough going up.
Yeah, but they were surprising when they came in. Normally, guys don't have much touch when they come in. They tend to overhit things, but they've really good control of the ball. And it was just kind of getting the gameplay and getting the organisation bit sorted, and being able to see opportunities, which is coming. But no, they did a really good starting base and they've progressed really well. So it's really good.
Happy days. That's good. Good to get new players.
Another year and they'll be challenging near the top, I think.
Were they brand new, Tom, or did they play when they were wee or anything like that?
They had played 30 years ago, but not really since then. With another couple of guys that have started, but they struggled a bit. They were clumsy on the table, giving away a lot of finger fouls, didn't really have much control of the ball, overhitting things, underhitting. But they've steadied up as well. They're better organised defensively, starting to create a few chances. So they are coming on, but they're definitely a wee bit behind the other 2, but they're getting there. So,
happy days. That's good to see.
Well, that's us up to nearly 20 in the club now. If we get Andrea and John Matheson back, that should take us to 20 plus. So,
what happened to John?
I don't know. Well, the pandemic obviously put us off for nearly 2 years, and he has been back, but only a couple of times. But I think he will come back. He's just struggling a bit financially now, as most of us are. So he stays quite a bit away as well. He stays down in Ayrshire. So before, when he was coming, if he missed the train, he was just getting a taxi home. But it's an expensive taxi, so you can't keep doing things like that,
Yeah.
So,
not every week, anyway.
No,
definitely not. Here, we're going to have a wee look at goal of the week. So we're going to ask Tom after we show the video to pick us winner. So here is this week's goal of the week.
Now I've got a cousin called Ken.
Go, come on.
for Tom Burns, in your professional opinion, can you please pick goal of the week and tell us why?
Do you want the three of them in order or just the number one?
Go
just number
for
one.
it. Go, you tell us. You
Just the number one.
Whatever you think.
Which one do you think?
Out of the three that I've seen today, I would have went for number 3.
Number 3.
So would I.
Marginally in front of number 2, which was a nice strike.
Number 2 was a very good strike.
Number 1 is one of my favourite shots actually, because you're shooting blind, because you can't see the goal from the angle you're shooting at. But the keeper doesn't usually know you're going to shoot either. So
who was number 3, Martin?
Alberto Bassani.
That was Daniel Cranston.
Was it?
Against Daniel?
I thought it was Alberto Bassani. It was in game 3.
What did you say on him?
I thought that was Alberto Bassani that was in that game.
Talk us through the goal you seen.
Was this the 3 you sent me today, Lawrence?
I sent you 3 today that he sent me.
Did you say the wrong ones, Tom?
No. Out of the video that Lawrence sent me, I thought number 3 was the best, but I thought it was Alberto Bassani.
No, Daniel. Is it the one who reaches over the table?
Yeah.
And the far corner? And the near corner even?
Uh-huh.
No, that was Daniel Cranston.
Was it? Oh, sorry.
Again, Benny Neuger, the Yanks.
All right, okay. My apologies.
I had palpitations there. I thought I made a mistake.
That's high praise for Daniel that he played that well. You thought it was Alberto. Did you call him?
No, Alberto Bassani, not Alberto DiMaggio.
Alberto Bassani.
He's not as good. He's not anywhere near as good as Alberto DiMaggio.
Alberto DiMaggio, somebody else, isn't
he?
Anyway, Daniel Cranston, congratulations.
All right.
Congratulations, Daniel. Brilliant. Tom, we're not going to do what's in the box because I think we've done it before with you. So unless you want to send another one.
Have you a new box?
No.
Nah.
New team?
We'll leave what's. Do you know why we're leaving what's? We'll leave what's in the box because the ESA stole it on us. We don't want it no more.
They stole it.
Yeah.
They're
I think it's still the same teams that's done it anyway.
Hey?
What, you changed your business? What business are you on now?
Still the same. Real soccer.
The fluorescent ones?
Sorry?
The fluorescent ones?
I've got one set of fluorescent orange. The other 2 are white.
Did you not always used to have like a greeny yellow sort of?
No, that's John Halpin. It's got them. John Halpin's got a lime green set.
Remember playing somebody in Glasgow with a fancy set of bases?
John's got a lime green set. I think he's also got a yellow set as well. But he uses the lime greens quite a lot. But
I think I got a draw with John Halpin the first time we ever went to, what do you call that place? Wales.
All right.
London Road. In a team event.
Yeah.
There you go.
He's a tough player to beat now, John.
I wouldn't fancy playing him next week.
He's very organised.
All you boys are organised. All you boys are solid.
Hard man to beat. Yeah, we're decent club players, but that's it. You know, we're not. There's no under any illusions or grandeur or anything like that. You know. So we know where we are. But we don't play a lot. You know, we're all old. We can't really change a great deal other than try and cut out errors. And but as I say, if we could get to play more, but it's time. Just don't have the time. You know, I mean, I'm lucky if I play 3 or 4 games a month. I don't have a board at home, so I've no practice. So it's not ideal, but.
Could you not fit a board on, Tom?
Well, I've got a board lying at the club. The problem is trying to get my wife not to use it as a drying room. If I can sort that out, then I can get the board up. But see.
Well, you may get it up to the house before next week. Get some practice.
No, that much I know is not going to happen. So, so how you know coming anyway, Martin? What's your excuse?
I just can't get away, Tom. Can't get away this time, man. Pretty close. I know why lot coming up. I know why lot on. Birthdays. Yeah. 2 birthdays in February. And then we have a graduation coming up.
My wife's birthday next week, so. And it was my son-in-law's birthday in January. Make sure you get her free flowers.
Make sure you get her free flowers.
No, I'm buying her, getting her a dog.
You're getting her a
dog? Getting her a dog.
Sort of dog?
Yeah, Cocker Spaniel.
Ah, lovely.
I'd bring you a golden retriever next week if you want.
Like a horse.
Tempting. I would have had a German Shepherd, but I knew she wouldn't let me.
Definitely
He's not got
He's a
it.
big dog.
Well, we had a dog, but
Did
it
he
was
have
my
the
daughter's dog, and my daughter moved out at New Year,
Why?
and the dog went as well. So we kind of missed not having one because we've had him since for the last 3.5 years.
Aye.
So she was missing him, so I thought I'll get her a dog for her birthday. So
There you go. Happy days.
That's really good.
Here, Tom,
we can
I'd like to thank
get
you.
him the weekend. Sorry, Worms.
Sorry, I was just going to say I'd like to thank you and push for time, so I'd like to thank you for coming on and can't wait to see you next week.
Will do.
Appreciate it.
I'll watch.
Yeah.
I'll watch from the comfort of my sofa.
We'll get an extra barrel of Guinness into you.
Good man, Tom.
Hey guys.
Hey, good luck, and I'll see you next week. And
Right.
hope everything goes well.
Oh, I'm sure it will. I'll be fine.
Well,
Good
professionals
man.
and boys, for fuck's sake. So when they
Hey,
were
Tom.
goals, nothing
Hey,
to
see you
them.
later, guys.
Good luck,
All right,
mate.
Tom.
See you
See you
later.
next week.
Thank you, Tom Burns. Appreciate it. Gentleman and a scholar.
Yeah,
Martin,
fucking-
here's
that's
some
my Jeff.
match highlights first before you do your results. Match highlights.
Apologies.
Yeah, gone in 3, 2, 1.
When I was young, I never wanted toys. Things like that were for little boys. My mama brought me clothes for favorite son. 3 months out of making 61. I wanna be a male model. I wanna be a male model. I wanna be a model. A model. Or read women's magazines for fashion scenes. We'd say all the prices there in pounds and pence. Reminds me that I can't afford to buy new clothes. I never get the chance to say I'll take those. I wanna be a male model. I wanna be a male model. I wanna be a model. A model. I'm fed up with wearing things secondhand. The pocket must belong to another man. Trousers up and out of style years ago. Anything cheap, I don't wanna know. I wanna be a male model. I wanna be a male model. I wanna be a model. A model. I wanna be a male model. I wanna be a male model. I wanna be a model. A model. Model. Model.
On my track record.
Yeah, I wasn't sure. I wasn't sure at all, to be honest.
And thank you. Thank you, Martin. Lovely highlights. Right. Give us some
Someday.
results.
As we're tight for time, I'm only going to give you one results.
Yes.
How's that?
That's perfect.
You know that one of our registered players, one of our greatest ever players, Mr. Jason Christopher,
Yes.
also on the sidelines, plays with the Solid Club.
Oh, as we said hustle.
Aye. Beside. Now, they did have their most recent WASPA just the other day, February, must have been yesterday. Knockout, so the cup after just a straight knockout, they must have plenty. And then the last round of 16. Paul Pearson versus Tony Martin.
Paul Pearson.
Paul Pearson. Stephen Richard Smith and Chris Burford. 1-1. But it went to Stephen Smith on shots. Chris Burford's a big fan of you.
Is he?
You fell out with him years ago on the internet, and now he's a big fan of yours. Nothing but nice things to say about you. Nothing but nice things to say about you. Well,
I don't know. Which one's Chris Bedford?
Burford.
I see. I get confused with Bedford and Birdford.
He's Mr. Revival Group.
Yes. Very good.
He's not
Good to have a
nice to
fan.
say about you. I was
Good
surprised when I heard that. But anyway, Paul Izzard.
Yes.
You had a right with Derry City on the Facebooks, but it's actually lovely in person. He won 2-0 over Sam Hull. He had a row with Derry City, the Royal Derry City.
Oh, over JC.
Over JC. But he's a lovely guy. He's actually lovely. I think he realised the error of his ways.
Right, hurry up.
Rob Cashman and Mark Weaver, 1-0 to Mark. Nigel Morgan, Jason Christopher, 1-0 to Jason. Dave the Save, 1. Malcolm Jameson, 1.
Well done, Dave.
Went to shots. 2-1, Dave the Save on shots.
Well done, Dave.
Flying up there. Corey Martin, 1. And Connor Gregory, 0. Quarterfinals, Paul Izzard, Mark Weaver, 2. Paul. Well done, Paul. Paul Pearson and Kyle Jameson, 2-1 to Paul Pearson.
Well done, Paul.
Kids for tits. Corey Martin and Malcolm Jameson, 1-0 to Malcolm. And Jason Christopher, 3. Steve Smith, 1. I don't know what's happened to Dave the Save. Oh no, Malcolm Jameson must have been 2-1 shots. Apologies, Dave. The way it was sent to me. Semi-finals, Paul Pearson, 0. Jason Christopher, 2. There's the superstar. Well done, Big J. Malcolm Jameson, 1. And Paul Izzard, 1. 2-0 on shots to Paul Izzard. Big final. Jason, Derry City, Table Football Club Christopher versus Paul Solent, Subbuteo Club Izzard. Pumped 4-1 by our Jason. Jason Christopher.
Takes
the title.
Sorry,
the title. Hard lines, Paul. Commiserations, but congratulations on your run up.
Well
there
done.
You go. Well done, Jason Christopher.
Well done, Solent. Thank you, Martin. Right, folks. It's been great to be back after 2 months. So I'll see you all next week. Take care. Bye.